Hi, Manong George here, and for today's episode, we'll discuss what happens if you fail the OSCE.
We are using already Rewire for almost 2 years.
My name is Sandra.
My name is John. We both decided to invest a house in the Philippines. We have to send money or remit money, and we chose for Rewire. We chose Rewire because first and foremost about with the charge. It's quite low.
I can recommend Rewire because it's safe. I will always recommend it to my friends.
Mga minamahal kong kababayan, inirekomenda ko ang Rewire app tuwing magpapadala tayo ng pera sa minamahal natin sa Pinas.
Is your final test para mag-qualify as a UK nurse. Ngayon, as of this moment, ang OSCE can only be taken here in the UK, nowhere else. Walang testing centers dyan sa ibang bansa. Ngayon, anong problema? Kailangan nandito ka sa UK is a good and a bad thing. Bakit? Good thing kasi, obviously, nandito ka na, half the step, parang na-establish mo na yung sarili mo. However, the bad news is, if you fail the OSCE, merong mga repercussions yan. Pass the OSCE, it's a straightforward pass. There's no scores, walang explanation. Congratulations, you passed the OSCE, you're a UK registered nurse. But when you fail, it's not as straightforward. There are two kinds of failure pagdating sa OSCE. First is the partial fail. Partial fail means there's a certain part of the OSCE that you may have missed, thus you failed but hindi ka binigyan ng complete failure. We'll talk about the complete fail later on. Pero sa partial fail, I'll give you an example. Nagkamali sila ng, sa implementation part when say they gave coamoxiclav tablet pero this patient has an allergy pala to penicillin. So, yung mga little things na ganyan, sometimes that can lead to a partial fail. Disclaimer lang hindi ito shared lang, no? Hindi ito from my personal experience, okay? But this is what has been shared to us. So, this would warrant you a partial fail, meaning when you retake the OSCE, you will only take that part where you failed, where you obtained the partial fail. Meaning, if for example, yung implementation stage ang naging problema mo, dun ka lang, yun lang ang itetest mo, same scenario, same patient, same everything. Hindi naman yung parang bibigyan ka pa nila ng trick question ulit. Oh yeah! When you retake the OSCE, there would be a rate that is reduced. The payment for the test is reduced. So, with our experience with Filipino nurses, some trusts or employers can offer second take for free. Yung iba, salary deduction. Yung iba, the nurses have to shoulder their own. Thus, sometimes they have to borrow money from their employers. Maraming paraan. Okay? But partial fail reset, doable pa yan. It's easily rectifiable. Moving on now to complete fail. A complete fail is wherein you had a failure na medyo significant. That's why they could not pass you for the OSCE. Meaning, when you have to resit the OSCE, you have to take the whole test. Now, when you have to retake the whole test, there's no ifs and buts. Uulitin mo yung buong scenarios. And there's no guarantee that it will be the same. Of course, it can be different now. But in short, you have to prepare for the whole OSCE again.
You fail.
Siyempre, you have to pay for the OSCE. And this time, hindi na yan reduced rate. You have to pay it in full. Talking about experience ng Filipino nurses here, when it's a complete fail, again, same options apply for employers. Some employers might offer to pay the whole of it. Some employers might say you might have to shoulder a portion of it. Some employers might say you have to pay for it, and nurses would have to find money somewhere, whether it's an advance from the employers or they have to fund themselves. Ngayon, paano kung 2 takes na? So meaning you failed twice. you're on your third take. So this becomes a bit difficult for Filipino nurses. Bakit kamo? Not all employers will be kind enough to say, well, we can shoulder your third take or give you options for your third take. Some employers, unfortunately, might not be so kind and might endorse you for curtailment. What does curtailment mean? Curtailment meaning pauuwiin ka. They might cancel your COS and offer the home office na ikaw ay pawiin. And this is something that you don't want to happen. In our Facebook group, meron na rin mga taong nagtanong about this. Yung iba nakakahanap sila ng solusyon, yung iba hindi. Obviously, pag hindi nakakahanap ng solusyon, you don't really find that on social media. But there have been reports of nurses na eventually napauwi sila sa Pilipinas. So, be very careful. I always just say, the OSCE is the ultimate, the most important test you have to take once you arrive in the UK. So, best effort po tayo. General advice on how not to fail the OSCE: A, practice, practice, practice. Practice some more. Second, use your time wisely. This applies dun sa mismong test kasi ang OSCE po ay time-bound, so kailangan pag nagpa-practice tayo, aware tayo sa oras natin. At the same time, yung time natin outside sa trabaho, we can be more wise to actually invest more in ourselves na pumasa tayo sa OSCE. Whether that means further studies or resting na talagang nagpapahinga para ready tayo ulit pag nag-practice tayo for the OSCE. Okay. Maximize learning opportunities. What do I mean by this? At this point in time, you can find a lot of resources for OSCE. Just be very careful who you choose to listen to, pero I can suggest there are credible nursing associations that offer help para sa introduction sa OSCE, or halimbawa naman certain people that you can follow that they are actually providing little bits of help, hindi naman yung buong curriculum, no, but little bits of help that can help you progress with OSCE. Ngayon, isa nyo pa rin iti-take advantage dyan is kung halimbawa hindi kayo sa isang trust or employer na medyo hindi maganda ang OSCE support, what I'd suggest is also look into outside support. Kung may sarili kayong budget at afford nyo, why not enroll yourself into extra classes for OSCE? Ako, sinasabi ko to sa inyo, parang sabi naman ninyo, Manong, parang gastos yan. Again, nasa sa inyo yan, nasa level of confidence nyo yan, kasi alam ko naman may ibang nurses na nagbalik loob lang, ngayon lang ulit nag-nursing at malayo na yung experience nila, so minsan hindi tayo ganun ka-confident. So there's no other way but to top up with more information. Ganun lang talaga. Advice is read the marking criteria. Yan, libre yan, nasa NMC websites yan at sa mga testing centers. And kung gusto nyo pa na mas marami pang tips and stories and understanding kung ano pa ang masasabi natin, what happens when you fail the OSCE, read the article that we've done. It will be posted down below. I know this video is a bit gloom and doom, ano? But don't lose hope. There are nurses that may have failed 3 or even 4 times na nakapag progress pa rin at naging UK nurse eventually. In fact, we have a video of that in one of our previous episodes. Why not join our Facebook group? The link is down below. And if you have any questions, why not send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, and all other socials. Always remember, Manong knows.
Manong knows best, put your worries to rest when staying in the United Kingdom. Manong knows best.